Nobody believes that Elon Musk is a Nazi. Nobody. Nobody believes that he in any way gave a salute that indicates his allegiance to or his fealty to National Socialism or Hitlerian ideology. Nobody believes that. Nobody thinks that he in any way took this moment to show some type of sympathy for Nazism, especially after he traveled, to Auschwitz with Ben Shapiro. And he did everything in his power but short of saying, I'm a Zionist. This is absurd. So the question you have to ask is, well, why would he do that? The answer is very simple. The left is bereft, is unable to come up with any type of ideology or plan. Now that they are out of power, they don't have the House or the Senate. They didn't even have a president. They had nothing. There's nothing they can do. Their ideology, aside from maybe promoting some crazy trans, what have you, is to basically be contrary to President Trump. That's it. So what they will do is, no matter the instance or incident, no matter how ridiculous or how paltry or how ludicrous it is, what it means is, and to many, many people, what it means is that they will take anything to try to divert attention away, to disrupt the plans that President Trump has, the plans of MAGA, to just move it out of the way, to interrupt, to throw a fly in the ointment, or whatever the particular phrase you was. But they mean nothing by it. And you can actually have that moonbat child, that little girl, Sandy Cortez, a.k.a. AOC, to come forward and say, Sig Heil. To think that you have been an adult, theoretically. You're a Boston University graduate, and you've never heard Heil. Heil Hitler. Heil. Sieg Heil. You've never seen Hogan's Heroes. You just don't know anything about it. It never, just like the mayor of Philly who can't spell Eagles, a word that is emblazoned on everything you can imagine, especially now. Because what we have right now is a level of incompetence and stupidity, the likes of which we never thought possible. Let me see if I can explain that for a moment. Nobody cares about the notion of people being smart today. Smart is something that people don't care about. Smart is something which is an unnecessary attribute, in many respects, which is kind of looked down upon. And when you take people who are not very smart, who don't have an ideology, who can't explain the tenets or the basics or the bases of their abecedarian belief systems, as to either progressive liberalism or leftist ideology, when you don't have anything, and you didn't have a president, because let's face it, Biden was nowhere to be found, and when you replace him with somebody who was even more stupid and more inept, if that's even possible, for 4+ years you haven't been used to dealing with actual subject matter. So what you do is you grab anything you possibly can. Melania's hat, something Barron said, something, maybe the way, the way somebody looked. Anything that utilizes the proliferation of social media, that's number one. Something that can be put into a very simple soundbite. Something that can be put into a meme, either on TikTok or otherwise. Something very, very simple. But also something that can just be repeated. Because their goal, their message, their methodology is just put something out. And by virtue of its repetition and frequency, it will gain some type of intellectual or substantive heft. It will mean something just by virtue of how many times it's referenced, even though it's not even important, even though most people don't care about it. What the president has to do is to utilize his friends in Silicon Valley and absolutely deluge, I mean deluge, tsunami time, avalanche time, everybody in the radical left, the moonbats, with their own instances of every time one of theirs extended an arm, not in a Bellamy salute, but in an actual movement that seems to mimic, albeit inadvertently, the Nazi salute. And then let them try to answer that. It's very, very simple. Don't argue, substance with them. Don't explain. No, that doesn't matter. He's very pro-Israel, and the ADL of all people. The ADL said there's nothing wrong with this. No. That involves reading, understanding who the ADL is. Remember, this is what people live. This is the amount of time. This very quick focus. So just make sure you do this. Make sure you give a very, very quick and a very, very quick swipe. Something very simple. Showing the hypocrisy, forcing the ball back into their court and making them do something in response, even though it has nothing to do with anything. My friend, I read a statistic the other day, which is most disconcerting. I want to share this with you. 87% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed. Do me a great favor. Please subscribe to this. Please like this video. And whatever you do, I ask you, comment as you see fit.